Oof, it's hotter in here than the Sahara Desert. I actually think one of my testicles has been poached. Good morning. Well, it's that time of the morning show where I trundle off to my dressing room and throw a massive tantrum as that bitch whore of an ex-wife of mine has told me I've got the kids tonight when she knows full well it's my annual porn and poker night. It's tradition. But enough of my personal life. So, right now it's time to go over to the kitchen, or as I call it, the health hazard department. So, let's go cooking in Boaby's kitchen.
Hello there! Hello folks, welcome to another edition of Cooking in Boaby's Kitchen. Today I'd like to make you a nice souffle. And I'd also like to be naked in a hot tub with half the cast of Charlie's Angels, but a man can always dream, can't he? So here's what I will be cooking for you today. Fine little delicacy, fresh to prepare. Pizza! Get a nice shot of that there, Tom. Get a nice shot. Look at that, isn't that lovely? I know better. No, look up here. Listen. 2 for £2. Bargain! Perfect. Right. So here's how we make it. Basically, you got your normal everyday pizza. Get yourself in here, Tom. Let's see what we're doing here. Now, I'm going to show you a wee topping here. A little bit of tuna fish. Look at that. Pound that right on there. Just get that in there. Beautiful. Look at that. Smear it round. Absolutely stunning. Use as much of the tuna as you can. It's all left over, and this has been lying in the fridge for about 2 days. So who cares? There we go, that's that there. Now, on top of that, we need a little bit of some spicy, some little delicacy put on the top, and I give it a little bit of spice. In my case, tomato sauce. Basically, get that open, smear that on there. Beautiful, lovely. There we go. That's you there. That is a meal. Beautiful. It looks inedible even before you put it in the oven. Now basically what we do, we get that, stick it in the oven, set it to post-apocalyptic temperatures and wait for the fire alarm to go off. Right, now, those people say, Boaby, what we need for this is a beverage. What are you going to have? Quite simply, I go into my little fridge over here and I pull out a nice cider. Because what's better to get the taste of tuna fish out your mouth than rancid cat's piss? Ah, it's actually quite nice. Ah, not even ice cold. Perfect. Now, still a bit fresh. Now, oh, sorry folks, you ever done that where you've barfed and a wee bit of six come up with it as well? It's like tasting fire. Right, now, while we're waiting on our food preparing, it's time to have a look at some of the mail that's been pouring in for you guys out there in need of culinary advice. Now, where did I put the letter? Ah, here we have it right here, folks. This here is a letter that I received from Alison by Clydebank. She says, Dear Boaby, if I ever catch you hanging around outside my house again, I'm going to phone the police. That is the wrong letter, by the way, folks. That is the wrong letter. I was in the wrong pocket there. Where's a second there? Ah, here we have it. Right here. Here's a letter I was looking for. This is a letter from Bill, they Kilmarnock. And he writes, Dear Boaby, the other day, my wife and I got into an argument about the dessert spoons. She says that they go to the left side of the plate, and I say they go to the right side. But her mother has always stipulated that they go on top of the placemat. So my question is this. Do you think Dundee have got any chance at winning the SPL Cup next season? Now, something that's been puzzling me recently. Cola Zero. What is the point of that? I mean, because you've got normal Coke and they've got Diet Coke. And then I looked at the ingredients and it said that it has a sugar content less than that in normal Coke, but more than Diet Coke. So do we really need that? I mean, what picky bastard drank normal cola and said, oh, that's way too much sugar for me, and then drank normal cola and said, that's not enough sugar for me? And then I got to thinking, that must mean then we've got 2 Diet Cokes, so surely then we should have 2 full fat colas. And then it hit me, we've got Diet Coke, Cola Zero, normal cola, and then cola 5 million. One can overloaded with sugar. However, I noticed there is a flaw in this idea. You'd only be able to drink it a teaspoon at a time, because if you drank a full can, you would slip into a diabetic coma. That's a very good point there, Bill. Oh, speaking of big fat killer cans, I was watching that Colleen Nolan on Loose Women last week, and she was talking about one of her husband's favourite pastimes being fishing. I personally have never seen the appeal of it, because I have always found it dull and tedious. I mean, all you have to do to outwit a fish is to dangle a worm off the end of a hook into a river. And I thought, is a fish not just a wee bit suspicious? Because a worm doesn't live in a river. The human equivalent to this would be to dangle a sausage off the end of a hook in the swimming baths. And I am a man who likes his bratwurst. But if I was to dive into the swimming pool and I see a sausage on the end of a hook, I'm going to ask myself a few questions. Like, what's the sausage doing in the swimming baths? How did it get there? Why is there a hook in it? And does it come with ketchup? Anyway, now I'm off on a tangent. Here is my thought for the day. People in the newspapers are always talking about overcrowding and how we need to deport those that are not contributing anything to society. I personally do not agree with this. I think some immigrants contribute a lot to society. For example, where else can you get a decent lamboon at 3 in the morning? I will tell you who contributes nothing to society. The cast that made in Chelsea. What do they contribute? PTO for my suggestion. Here is my suggestion. We need to get back to the times of paganism, when we used to burn people at the stake and leave their charred remains as a peace offering to an almighty power. I'm not saying that that would be effective, but how do you know if you don't try? Signed, Bill Confused. Well, thank you very much, Bill. As I say, every week we cannot return all of your letters, but rest assured they have been sent to the psychiatric unit of the Southern General for further analysis. Well folks, time is fast approaching the end of the show, so that must mean that... Perfect. Must mean dinner is ready. So, let's just get our oven gloves on, get in there, and as you can see, burnt to a crisp. Perfect. So chances are completely inedible. So, what do you do here? Simple. Phone a takeout. Well folks, that is definitely the end of another edition of Cooking in Boaby's Kitchen. And to those of you who have complained that most of my meals are a little too simplistic, do I look like Heston Blumenthal? Listen, I'm no the fat duck, I'm the belching chef. See you next time. Bye now.